in the back? Good. Is this too loud? Okay. We don't want to get a feedback issue. Good evening. My name is Rick Larkin. It's great to be here. Thank you guys for being so patient and waiting for us to get here. Did they give you? Yeah, I know, right? Well, did you guys hear what was happening?
No.
Traffic, right? Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? Not in Douglas County. No, up north with all the crazy crackheads trying to sell heroin to everybody up there. It's like a damn traffic jam. Oh, there's too many left, right? How's your population down here? You guys got any of that problem? You got a little bit of it? Just a little bit of it, right? That's all you get to die these days is this much of that. What's that, fentanyl going around? You take a little bit of it, you die. How you doing, sir? Right on. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're sitting up front. We got the wives of the comics over here, so I wanted to recognize the MVP of this production. It is my girlfriend Amber. She was in the car with 3 comedians for a dang near 8 or 9 hours today. So let's give her a round of applause. Oh my God, right? You guys are going to see what we're doing. Like, she had to sit in the car locked. Yeah, we did put the child lock so she couldn't get out. That's the only way we kept her along for this ride. Now, a comedy show, I want to welcome you guys. I want to thank, first of all, Calder. If you know Calder or you've been here before, give a round of applause for Kodiak Bar. Went out and said, yeah, let's do a comedy show here. So we came from the north end of Seattle and drove down here. So 9 hours in the car to get about 2 hours with y'all. And we're going to, why else would someone drive that far except if you love the art, right? And the comedy is an art. So we're here because we love what we do. More importantly, we want you guys to laugh. We want y'all to have some fun. Yes. How long has it been since COVID went away? Yes. It ain't even gone yet, right? We've had a lot of dark times, so we're trying to bring some light to that. If you see my shirt, it's not fancy, but this is my motto for comedy, and it's laugh, y'all. So you look on the back right there. That's where you want to kick me. If you see me walking by, kick me right around here. So laugh, y'all. With the inspiration behind that is that shit happens, and we try to find humor in it to try to heal and move through it. So we're going to talk about some dark subjects tonight. We're going to talk about some stuff that maybe you don't think is funny, and maybe some things you think shouldn't be talked about, but it's all in the spirit of laugh, y'all. That's it. We just here to laugh. We're not here to make a political statement. We're not here to change the world. This is Friday night. Y'all are off work and having a good damn time, right? Keep it going. Goddamn. We are here to have fun tonight. So I like to give this analogy before we start a comedy show. If you guys remember back in elementary school when you'd go on those field trips to the museums and you'd be bored to death, I got a head nod, right? And you'd see a piece of art you didn't like. What did you not do? You didn't go up and rip the damn thing down, right? So we're going to treat this like this is a museum. Let's keep our seats, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Anybody familiar with the Chris Rock incident? All right, that's a dumb question, right? Everybody's familiar with that. So we want everybody to keep their seats. In Seattle, there's actually been a rash of attacks at comedy shows. We had a female comic get punched in the face by a drunk female. So it's like, we're not here to physically, handshakes, a little ass grab maybe from the guy in the back corner back there. But, we can tell it, yeah, that guy under the Pap sign, I see that. Thank you, that's freaking awesome. Yeah, Calder, that's the one. Hey, I'm in the National Capital? Isn't that what this is? Is it still, or did it used to be?
Timber Capital.
It's the Timber Capital, because when we came out of the valley, got in the sticks, I realized what was going on. Y'all got some beautiful, this is a beautiful town. I've spent so much time driving up and down I-5. We would go to California on road trips with my mom, and Roseburg was definitely a pit stop that we've made. I didn't make so. Grants Pass, I don't know about that one. I think we tried to skip that one, but I am showing out for you guys tonight. I brought something new to show you, and it's these beautiful kicks right here. They're bright, right? I got the only comedian-inspired shoes Nike creates. So if you look down here, it says, go the extra smile, and on the Nike swoosh, it actually has smiley faces, which goes with my logo, right? It's pretty cool. I was wondering which comedian they inspired him off of, because I put him on, I'm like, oh, these got to be like inspired by an athlete, right? You buy the Jordans, I bought the comedians, right? I can tell you who they're not inspired by, and it's Chris Rock. Because when Will Smith walked up to him, he didn't move a fucking inch. These things are formed after Dave Chappelle. You see the grips on this? He moved out the way. That guy tried to attack him, fell face first, and then had all the other comedians beat the shit out of him. If you're not familiar, that guy ended up with a broken arm in like 2 or 3 different places. You see the picture of it, right? And so he had a broken. I think he should send his medical bills to Will Smith because he got an ass beating for 2 that night. They're like, we'll let Will Smith get away with it, but this guy, you getting paid tonight. So please don't come to the stage. My friend and headliner Mike Parker gave me this mic stand. It's very heavy. I'm not threatening y'all. I'm just pointing out it's a big lead pipe. We're not going to play Clue tonight. We'll know who done it. It's one of the 4 up here. No, I'm joking. Yeah, so that's my little spiel about being here at a comedy show. Please have fun. I am the host, so I'll be running around. I'll be bringing comics up. If you have a concern, if the dog needs a treat, just grab me and say, hey, give me a dog treat, right? Yeah, give me a holler. But you know what? I'm looking around here, and it looks like, number one, we got a beautiful city. We do have a beautiful crowd here. Y'all, I've never spent much time in Roseburg, but I mean, the lady right next to you, turned 21 last week? Yeah, is that I saw that on Facebook. And the woman on the wall right here, 21 as well, right? You guys are 20, you're those sisters, right? Oh.
They are.
Did you guys see her hand?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I will not talk back. No. I promise, right?
I'm her husband. I know where that thing's been.
Do you see where her husband is sitting? On the other side of the bar! Wait. And it's your anniversary?
Yes, our anniversary.
How many years?
4 long years.
She said 4 long years. Brady, you guys didn't get that.
That's weird. I thought it was fast.
Let's give her a round of applause. That's awesome. Keep it going. Because in my experience, once you get to 7, that's when you start talking about divorce. So, no, I'm not wishing that on you guys at all. Not at all.
Those other things.
So I'm going to get a little presidential on you guys. I'm going to give a little bit of a speech. And I've been preparing this, and if you relate to what I'm about, oh, caller, come on up, man, come on up. You guys got dollar bills, we got a pool dancer coming up. Oh, you guys can't hear me in the back? Oh, whoa, that was amazing. I just got turned into God somehow. Eat your vegetables before your dessert. Do not masturbate to Britney Spears anymore. Yeah, that's a material we're going to get into later. Good God. So I'm going to be a little presidential for you guys. I prepared this thing, and I think it's going to ring true, and it's going to bring back some memories. And so here it goes. I find these truths to be self-evident, that behind every traffic jam is a Toyota Prius.
Yes.
That the OGs of ghosting are fathers from the 1980s. And that if you stock one-ply toilet paper in your business, your punishment should be an unwashed handshake. Calder, come get these dirty digits. Oh, no, I'm joking. I didn't check the toilet. He looks like a 2-ply guy, right? What do you guys think? You think Calder's a 2-ply guy? Yeah, I think so. You guys, welcome to my crazy-ass mind. That's the type of material I think of, right? So growing up, I felt like an oddball. I felt like I was just not fit in. And they got a term for it these days. I thought I was just kind of, I can't say that R word anymore, the Republican word. I get my tires slashed if I say that now. No, the other R word, yeah. They have this term called autism spectrum disorder. So I went through all my life and I was like, hey, I think I'm autistic. And then I found comedy, and I found I ain't autistic, I'm artistic. Instead of a weighted blanket and headphones, I get a microphone and get to stand in front of you guys. That seems like a pretty fair trade-off, right? Oh my God. And conversely, something interesting happened. Has anybody raised teenage girls? Anybody have experience in that? Okay, so I got kids. I've got my kids' feet prints on me tattooed. My daughter is 13. And recently she's been... Alright? Yo, 30 and still coming?
Oh, shit.
Oh my god, do they do post-abortion? No, I'm just joking, No, I love her to death. She would act up, and my friends got to the point where they were like, "How's your daughter doing?" And I started rating her in an asshole scale. And I was like, "Yeah, she's about 98% asshole today." And then I'd say, "Oh, it was a good week." They say, "Well, how was she?" I said, "She's about 85%." That's a good day, right? I don't think it ever gets to 0. Yeah, but I am glad because she was recently actually diagnosed with autism. Why would I be happy? Because I know what the problem is. I can fix it now. I can deal with it, right? I don't get to call her an asshole anymore. I'm like, okay, that's my kid, right? She's struggling. I'm gonna work with her, right? Nobody did that for me in school, man. They just sent my ass to the principal's office. That was horrible.
Here's some Ritalin.
Yeah. Here's some speed, and don't get on meth in 10 years, right? Back in high school when they told you, pay attention, because you're never gonna make a living out of being on the internet doing YouTube. Oh yeah, that's not a real job now. That's all my kids want to be are YouTubers. It's ridiculous. So I'm gonna share with you guys some things about me, and I'm hoping that you guys share some with us because we have comics and we're going to be doing some crowd work and talking. And we're not going to bite your head off or anything. We're just here to have. Oh, you shied away. Oh, she's getting a little frisky. Oh, you better keep an eye on her.
She just doesn't want me to talk.
Oh, she wants you to shut. Okay, I'll keep talking for y'all. So a little bit about myself. Who is this crazy guy up here? Where does he come from? I come from what they call humble beginnings. And if you've heard that, that's undercover for broke as fuck. That's what I come from.
Guilty.
Yeah, I'm like anybody else come from humble beginnings?
Oh yeah.
Ladies and men, if you're on your dating apps and you see the words humble and beginnings next to each other, swipe left. Don't swipe right. You're gonna be going to Taco Bell for your first, second, and third date. Man, it's not good. And I don't like to play it up too much because there's people who grew up in projects. There's people who had to deal with cockroaches. They couldn't eat, right? Like, I could eat. My mom did the best she could, but we were suburban poor, which essentially means that we had twice as many people as we had bedrooms in the house. Can anybody relate with that?
Yes.
Doubling up, bunking up. Yeah, that's how we were.
Everybody.
Yeah, like I call it KFC poor. No, not chicken. God damn it. Every time I say that, someone thinks about chicken. We're not talking about chicken here. KFC poor. Kmart, food stamps, and Costco envy. Can anybody relate to that? Like, how poor are you when you're just bitching about not getting bagel bites? That's kind of messed up. The only thing in bulk we really had in our house was government cheese, which is actually pretty good. But hold on, we also had bulk orders of powdered milk.
Yeah.
Oh, if you've had that, you'd rather snort it than mix it with water. That stuff's disgusting. Oh my god. And then I grew up on food stamps. Did Oregon have food stamps?
Yes.
Okay. They don't have that anymore. They have these undercover broke-ass cards called EBT in Washington. I guess here it's called the Oregon Trail. At least there's one trail you're not going to die of starvation from. You got that Oregon Trail. I actually want that card. That sounds attractive. I want the Oregon Trail card. Yeah, I'm gonna go. If you got one, let me know after and I'll hook you up. Anyways, it's like 50 cents on the dollar to buy it, right? Yeah. And then Kmart, did you guys have Kmart down here?
Yeah.
Who does not remember Kmart? I want to engage the crowd. Thank goodness! I don't have to explain to these young bucks what Kmart is. I usually tell them it's a mix, like if Walmart had a one-night stand with the Dollar Tree, they had a birth defect baby. Man, that's about it. My mom, she ended up taking us to Kmart. She said, we're gonna go once a year. And I'm like, wait, what? And we're gonna go in June? She goes, yeah, you get to pick out anything you want. And I was like, whoa, we're rich all of a sudden. She goes, pick out your birthday presents, pick out your Christmas. And I said, well, usually the Christmas presents come from the firefighters. Why would I have to pick that out, right? She goes, no, pick it out. So I loaded this cart up. I loaded this big ass Kmart cart, and I was excited, man. I was coming up, getting ready for high school, you know. I'm like, yeah, finally I don't have to wear hand-me-downs from Uncle Bob's Value Village or whatever the fuck it was. And Bugle Boy pants, anybody remember that? Yeah, Bugle Boy, yeah. There's another name I forgot, but it doesn't matter. So we'd get this cart and start walking, and I'd ask my mama for the one thing in the store I wanted the most. And it was the cheapest thing. You guys know what it is, right? The icy machine? You remember having those kids that always wanted that damn icy on the way out? You just want to get the hell out of the store. And this kid's throwing a fit in a temper tantrum for a damn icy. And she said no, and I said, well, why not? She goes, honey, you're going the wrong way. That's because we weren't Kmart poor, we were Kmart layaway poor. We had to push that cart to the back, exchange it for a payment plan. That was like way before this big credit card stuff going on, right? And by the time you pay it off, you get half your stuff out of Hawk, and it would be outdated. That's actually why I ended up, quitting high school. Because I showed up with outdated MC Hammer pants and my little sister's JoJo Siwa t-shirt. High school was hard. I lied to you. I didn't quit. They kicked me out. I just kind of pulled a Will Smith on you, like he quit the academy, right? They were gonna fire his ass. Yeah, I don't know. Has anybody quit before they were fired? Does anybody relate with that? You're like, yeah, I know. I quit. I'm out. Here's my 30-minute notice. Fuck you. I'm out. Yeah. So high school didn't care too much for me. So if you've guessed by now, I grew up poor. I had a mom. My dad, he had an impact in my life that was like. That's 6 seconds of silence. You guys see that 6 seconds of silence? That's the role my dad played in my life. That guy gave me a name and took off like that Everclear song. But what I'm so confused with though is he didn't give me any name. He gave me his name. I was the third in line. I was Richard Erland Lund III and this dude bounced. Like that just doesn't make sense to me, right? Like what's in a name? My son, I named my son something simple. I'm Richard. And I changed the rest of it when I turned 18 because I was like, I don't want to carry on this fake, like, oh, I'm the third of something that was never there. How are you the third of something that wasn't a first, right? Like, fuck that. So I changed it. But my son, I didn't want it to be long and regal like Richard and have all these fancy cool nicknames like Dick and you're a dick and you're an asshole and stop giving that guy a blowjob behind the dumpster. And, no, that wasn't one, sorry. So I named my son something simple and short. My daughter's name is Lily. I'm hiding my son's name, but I named him something, but I screwed that up because I didn't realize how many times I'd have to communicate with people about transporting this kid. So 2 to 4 times a week, I either have to text or call someone and say, hey, I'm about to drop Jack off to the library. Or I'm about to drop Jack off to school. No wonder I can't go within 25 yards of the school zone now, right? No, it's 25 miles per hour. No, it's 25. No, it's 100 yards. I don't know. So yeah, so his name is Jack, and he's a kick-ass kid. But yeah, we have fun. I'm a dad now, and I'm killing it at being a father because all I had to do was physically be there to beat my dad. Like that's it. All I had to do was be there, and it was done, right? But there's so much more. Does anybody not have kids yet? Think long and hard before you do it, please. Think long and hard, because it's the reverse fountain of youth, man. Everybody's trying to get the fountain of youth. These kids put years on top of you, so just make sure you're a good like 45 or 50 before you go live your life. Don't follow my steps. No, so having these kids, I love the shit out of them. I talk crap about them up here, but they do the same to me. I took my son on a road trip. Are you guys familiar with Creswell? The city of Creswell? How familiar? Okay. So it's just north of here, Creswell, Oregon. I was on a road trip with my 10-year-old son, and he asks me lots of questions when we're driving. Like, are we there yet? There's that one, right? How long until we're there? He reformats it. He's creative. And I would always give him this response. Does a bear shit in the woods? Yes. And they're like, yes, he does, right? The answer is yes. I play with him. So we were driving down to California, and he wanted a donut. And I saw this big-ass billboard. You guys will see it on the road up there. It says Creswell Bakery. I said, okay, we're going to go get you a treat. We pull off to the Creswell Bakery, pull in. I walk in, and it's one of those like farm to table type bakeries where like it's all like lesbian women with no hair almost, it looks like. Like one of those places where if you bite into the pastry and there's a hair in it, it came from her armpit. I was like, whoa, it tasted good. The hair, not the donut. No. She had dandruff, it was weird.
Those were men.
Those were men. Oh, hey, these days, I'm not gonna. So we get him that treat, and we keep our driving up. This kid does what, if you've been on a road trip with a kid, there's one thing that you want to do every time you stop, and it's go to the bathroom, right? This kid, I swear he calculated how to mess with me. He waited till we were dang near into California, and it was dark. We were in the middle of the mountains, and he says, Dad, I gotta use the bathroom. I said, okay, don't worry, I'm your dad, I know everything, right? I'm gonna get you to a bathroom. I said, they got gas station up here, we'll pull over, it's fine. And he's 10, so he's unfamiliar with it. He's like, but what if they're closed? I said, bro, they don't close gas stations, right? They're gonna be open. Yep. We pull in and park, and it's lit up. And I'm like, cool, we get out, we walk up, and it's closed. This gas station is actually closed. And I'm like, oh my goodness, dude. He goes, Dad, what are we gonna do with these big eyes? And I said, well, you're at that age where it's time to teach you what guys do. Here, follow me around back. So he follows me, and then he hesitates, he stops. I said, just think of it as recycling, bro, it's fine. He goes, okay, recycling, we're being green, right? So we walk back and we're going to the restroom. I look over my shoulder and this boy is shitting in the bushes. He went straight through recycling to composting, y'all. I think he might be a farmer. He was trying to say, and that's my fault because I didn't ask him what type, right? So we get in the car and he goes, Dad, was it okay for me to do that? And I said, well, does a bear shit in the woods? And he looks at me and goes, no, but I do. I was like, oh, there's my boy. All right, guys, so I don't know how long I've been up here, but I wanted to warm you guys up, let you know who I am. Each comedian coming up here tonight is going to bring themselves. It's not just going to be political hot points. We're going to be talking about our lives and trying to find humor in that stuff. I'm going to come back after. We're going to do a break halfway through because I understand that's something that you guys, go get a smoke, get some drinks. We want to have a break. So in between that, I'll come back and finish up. I got some other stuff I want to tell you. But give me a round of applause, please, if you guys are there. So there's this thing. Yeah, don't kick me too hard. We got this bucket that says just the tip, please. Just kidding. Give us the whole thing. If you enjoyed the show and you want to throw something in there, do it. If you don't, that's fine. It doesn't matter because we're here for the love of laughing. I saw some of y'all laughing, and I saw a lot of you not laughing. I'm watching you, and my goal as a comedian, when I see someone with a straight face, I'm gonna crack that face with jokes. Just with jokes. That is my goal. Okay, so are you guys ready for your next comedian? Yeah! What is this, Medford? Are you guys ready for your next comedian? Yeah! So, before I bring this comedian up, I'm not gonna tell you that this guy is a big dude, but watch this. Like, this is why he was 30 minutes late.
Where did we get your shirts at?
This is his shirt. It is pretty clear he's a big freaking dude. He's a big deal. He's a big friendly giant. He's one of the closest comedians I have in my career that I've worked with. He's gonna come up here and just blow you guys away. So let's get loud, get loud, get loud. I'm just saying